Mama Guru, I'm Jax, and today we're going to take a look at the next question in our New Year, New Way series. I can't even say it without laughing. Are you annoyed with petty disturbances? I was trying to think when I was writing that article on Steemit of what would be the instant transformation for someone with a petty disturbance, and I would have to say road rage, because you could go from 0 to insanely furious in a couple seconds by someone either cutting you off or driving slow or driving like a maniac, whatever. So I was with someone one time, and this guy could be a pretty mild-mannered person. He does get a little excited every once in a while, but it was just really funny because we were driving along and we came to a red light and we stopped. And a gentleman in another van drove by, and I guess he was, in this gentleman's perspective, eyeballing our car. And I'm not really sure what that exactly means, to eyeball, but that's what his description of it was. Next thing you know, he rolls down the window on my side, because he's the driver, and starts screaming at the guy in the other van, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, what? Like, what happened? I didn't see any. It's almost like an Incredible Hulk experience when people get behind the car. Well, I used to have my own fair share of road rage, and mine was because I always seemed to get the people that drove slow. They're going, "Come on, get going." And it would drive me absolutely insane. And I'm screaming at the person in my car, as if they could hear me anyway. I'm sure they could feel the energy, or when I passed them, see my determined look as I passed. And every once in a while, when I was running late, I'd even have a double blessing of a slow guy passing a slower guy in a 2-lane highway. And I'm like, why is it today of all days that I'm following this slow person? Then one day it hit me that I wondered if I would actually be stressed about being late if I left a little earlier. Because the whole reason I was really upset is because I left at the very last possible second to get to work on time. I didn't, or whatever appointment I had to do, I didn't take into account that there could be traffic issues or that anything could come up. I left, if I needed 20 minutes to get there, I left 20 minutes before my appointment time. That was an admission in itself. Then it went even deeper to realize that I didn't manage my time very well. From the moment, for the hour prior to the appointment, I would either relax and sit there and all of a sudden realize I had 20 minutes of jobs to do in a 10-minute time. So I'm flying around the house getting things done like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm already ramping myself up with adrenaline because I had all this stuff to do. And then complications would come, or I couldn't find my keys or whatever. So I was already ramped when I got into the car. Then I had 19 minutes to get into a 20-minute place, and Psycho Jax behind the wheel would happen. When I started to realize that I had time management issues, I slowed down, and even yesterday morning I realized that I was not setting myself up for success as much as I wanted to. If I got everything done and my shower done when I first got up, then I could get what I need to get done and then relax. So I actually go to work with a much more relaxed atmosphere other than ramped up for rage. On the flip side of that, I used to be a speed demon, and I can't honestly tell you that I've had this aha moment where Jax has seen the light where she doesn't want to drive like a demon anymore. I wouldn't say that's the case. Instead, I got a letter from my insurance company going, "Jax, you're a speed demon, and if you don't slow down, we're going to take your insurance away." And I'm like, oh, I guess having too many speeding tickets is a bit of a red flag. So I decided to change my vehicle from I love that car, a 2005, at the time it was a TDI Jetta Volkswagen 5-speed wagon, and the thing could haul. I really believe the marketing strategy that they had about Volkswagens were made for drivers because the car just responds the way you need it to respond. They're amazing. Didn't help my speed demon thing though, it actually just encouraged it. So then I traded my car in for a PT Cruiser, the exact opposite. It's still black, but it sure doesn't have the kick and the gumption that my Jetta did. So now I'm driving, I call it affectionately my granny car, because it doesn't have any of the attributes for my demonic driving. There was a time though, and I realized that even though when my oldest son wanted to drive, he said to me, he goes, "Mom, I want Dad to teach me how to drive, and then I want you to teach me how to drive, because I just hauled butt when I was." It doesn't sound right when you say it that way. I just really moved when I was on the road, and I was one of those people that zipped in and out of traffic. And I wouldn't say that I did anything honk worthy. Like, I don't recall anybody honking at me or giving me the salute or anything like that. I just drove with determination. One time, friends of ours and ours went down to Vegas, and we were we were set up to having a 2 o'clock appointment. And here it was 1:45, and we're thinking, oh, well, that's just great. But we found out we read the schedule wrong, and we actually had to be there for 1 o'clock. So there were 4 of us that knew each other really well, myself and 3 others. And then we had a tag along that also found out that they read the schedule wrong, because there was some kind of glitch in the schedule. So we decided we had to get across town in the shortest amount of time. And the 3 other people knew me quite well, that I was a speed demon, and I really like to drive fast. And so the gentleman who didn't know us very well asked who was going to drive. My 3 friends just pointed at Jax. She's like, "Jax is going to drive." And the guy kind of looked at me kind of funny, because I'm a woman, right? And women, thank goodness for Danica, and she's kind of redeemed that women can drive a car. So I drove the car, and it was so cool because we were zipping in and out of traffic, and my guys in the back seat are going left, right, left, and we just zipped over there, and we got there in like 12 minutes, enough time for them to race in there, and we all made it there on time, and everyone was happy. The guy comes up to me afterwards, he goes, "I didn't really think that you can drive, but you can drive." So it was very interesting, because I used to suffer from road rage, and then I was one of those people that probably incited road rage. And one of the things that really made me realize about road rage was I was listening to a motivational speaker one time, and he told me one of the greatest ways to deal with road rage is to put yourself in the other person's shoes. For me, when I was driving like that, I just loved the thrill of the speed and being able to just put some music on and just go with the music and feel the car. I just loved it. It wasn't that I was trying to be reckless and I was trying to hurt anybody else or anything like that. But whenever you see someone that's driving erratically, I wouldn't say I was driving erratically, but you could talk to someone else and they might not agree. But what he did help me understand is that put yourself in the other person's shoes, that there may be an emergency or there may be something that's happening in their life that's causing them to drive in that manner. And it helped me understand that there are times that when I drove recklessly like that, because I had emergency. One time my son was in the hospital and I had to get there very quickly. So he helped me understand that if I think positively and give them a positive reason for their driving, it kind of reduced my road rage a little bit. You could try it. It might work for you. I can't say that I've necessarily redeemed myself in the speed demon personality, but it is possible that when I get my next car, it's going to see what kind of car I have and how I am when I drive it. But till next time, thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to find new and different ways of connecting with the Common Guru, just check down below in our description box. It was awesome spending some time with you. Have a great day. Bye.